Who are your top 5 action directors, and which works of theirs are your favorites?
I would have to say, and this probably explains a lot of the way that I approach film as well. Like Wilson Yip, who's a famous Hong Kong director, David Fincher for sure, Christopher Nolan, Zack Snyder, um, and probably Yen Wu Ping. Like as far as action goes, yeah, I think the for Christopher Nolan, it's like his scale and how epic his films are. For David Fincher, I think the meticulousness and the attention to detail he puts into his projects. Zack Snyder for like his visual aesthetic. Um, I still think like Watchmen is like one of the most technically beautiful films I've ever seen. Like as far as composition, lighting, it's a gorgeous film. Um, Yuen Wu Ping is a legend, as far as in the action world, as far as being one of the greatest choreographers to ever live. Um, and what was the other director I mentioned? Wilson Yip. Wilson is also he sort of changed the face of Hong Kong action films. Wilson Yip is the director who did the Yip Man films with Donnie Yen and Dragon Tiger Gate and man, what else has Wilson done? And SPL, which is one of my favorite films. Yeah, the way that they sort of approached filmmaking in Hong Kong at that time, his style was so bold and different. Like it really just was uniquely its own thing. Um, so yeah, that those directors I think have probably had the biggest influence on me. As far as the way I approach filmmaking, like my style and um, the meticulousness and that sort of thing. Like always trying to make every project look uniquely its own. Like nothing looks like no one looks like the other. I'm sort of a big fan of that. Like having everything sort of have its own stamp and its own look and its own feel. I don't like to repeat things I've done. I don't like even if it comes to just the look of it. I don't like two projects to look the same. Um, so yeah, I think those are definitely my top 5 right there. You know.
What about remakes? I realize that doesn't mean that they'll necessarily look the same, but does that bother you, or you actually enjoy some of the remakes?
Oh wow, it depends because it's a lot of times it's um I tend to like the originals more. I think a lot of times stuff gets lost in the translation. Like there are certain things that made that film popular and um that they're trying to draw from, but it's never really the same. In most cases, you lose a lot. More so, I think, with the storytelling than the production of it. Like sometimes you can have something that's produced even a little sharper, but the storytelling is where people seem to not focus on too much. It's more of just sort of the overall theme of it. But yeah, I feel like magic gets lost a lot with remakes. I'm not opposed to them, but in most cases I don't think they're as good as the original.
You think it's because we rely too much on the tools that are going to make it look so sort of highly produced, but then
Yeah, I think it's a lot of times it's truth be told, in a lot of cases it's a cash grab. Like it's sort of cashing in on the name of that thing, or um, because it was popular. and not really focusing more on why it was popular. Like, what about this mixture of things resonated with people? Not just the name of it, but what about it specifically resonated? And I think that's the question. And I think, you know, in a lot of cases, if you can't add anything more to that, then I think it should be left alone, you know.